This is Sherry. Veronica, what's in your news for Friday, the 26th day of January in the year 2024? I invite you to go to my video section of my YouTube channel and see everything that I've put there today, yesterday, the day before. I try to talk about everything that I find in your news, so just to give you a different flavor. And I want to thank you for coming to YouTube. I want to thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. I want to thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. You know it costs you nothing, but it helps me in sharing your information. Tomorrow is Saturday. All goes well. I'll speak to you then. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This is kind of old news, but it showed up in your e-paper today. Nero showed up for his, he was indicted, and his case is being heard by Pamela Beckles, Supreme Court number 5. If it's before Pamela Beckles, Nero is not going to go to any jail, okay? And the virtual complainant, her attorney is Andrew Pilgrim. Rose's attorney is Michael Lashley. He has a trial date set for June 11. If it doesn't happen on June 11, there's an alternate date that the matter could be heard, September 24. He remains out on bail. Yeah, like I said, this was in your news. This is something that's in your news, but it's playing out now in your e-paper, and I'm just going to get it on my YouTube channel. So Destra is continuing with the case. She's not pulling back. She's represented, as I said, by Andrew Pilgrim. He's represented by Michael Lashley. Always in the news. And we have a trial date of June 11. If he's before Pamela Beckles, once a case goes to Pamela Beckles, he's not going to. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. He's not going to go to any. He's not going to go to Hotel St. Philip. He's not. This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Shaquille Deshaun Maynard, 28 years old, has finally thrown the towel in, I guess. He has pled guilty to killing Cherno Rose. Now, this is Cherno Rose here. Okay, this is the guy who they killed. That's him. This is Cherno here. That's who was killed. Okay, and then when you go on, if you go on Google to find Shaquille Deshaun Maynard, can't find him. See, can't find him. There's talk about him, but there are no images. Nothing where you can see this guy and wonder, like, have you seen him before, or you know him? I went to school with him. Nothing about him at all. But anyhow, he pled guilty. It's before Pamela Beckles. It's a toss-up. It all depends on if she knows the family or not. You don't know if she's going to know this particular Shaquille Maynard's family. If maybe there could be some money involved. But if he's dead broke, he'll go up to Hotel St. Philip. He'll spend some time there, but he's there already, but he just pled guilty. Okay, so his he'll know sometime this year how much time he's gonna get. Okay, he'll know sometime this year. But this came up in your news. It came up in Barbados Today news, and I'm bringing it to you. Okay, I think March 14 will be another time when he probably will be sentenced. Not sure, but he's pled guilty, so that's just the sentencing is just the next step in his particular matter. His name is Shaquille Deshaun Maynard. At this stage of the game, he's 28 years old. But this thing happened 8 years ago. He was 20 years old, a young person, when he was involved in killing a man. Okay? This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Matthew Ricardo Wiltshire in Barbados has admitted to having firearms and ammunition. Now he's waiting to be sentenced, and he's before Pamela Beckles. Now you have to watch what she does in this particular matter, because she has John Martinell coming before her. He admitted, and he's going before her for similar matters, okay? For similar charges, okay? So you have to watch to see what she does with Matthew and what she does with John. I'm giving you tidbits. I'm on the outside and I'm looking in, and I can see there are threads, there are things that work in a certain way in her court, and you have to watch. I can see better because I have no horse in the race, okay? And I'm seeing this straight on, seeing it straight on. So Matthew Ricardo Wiltshire is going to be before Pamela Beckles. When is he going before her? It was just right there. He's going to come up for hearing soon because he confessed already. So it's just a matter of her telling him, how much time she's going to give him. March 14 is right here. It's right here, March 14. And she has John Martinell. He is an ex-cop coming before her for a similar matter or similar accusations, okay? You have to watch to see how she handles John Martinell, who is a heavy hitter of sorts, and who she may know because they rub shoulders together when they're out in their clubs and when they're out socializing. You have to watch how she deals with John Martinell's matter and how she deals with Matthew Ricardo Wiltshire. I know it's Wiltshire. I feel it's saying Wiltshire. And how you have to watch to see how she deals with those two matters. You have to watch Pamela Beckles, period. Okay, you have to watch her. Now they talk about Matthew, court call and everything, but no photos. If you go to an image, zero of Matthew. Okay, if you go on Facebook, there's some mentions, but nothing, nothing much on a face for Matthew. Nothing out there. Okay, there's nothing out there. There's mention of him right here. There's a mention of him, but no photos, no nothing. You can say, well, this is him. This is the guy who did such and such and such, and he was before Pamela Beckles, coming up March 14 for sentencing or pre-sentencing, whatever. But like I said, you have to, she is the person. Pamela Beckles is the person that let Chaudhry Gobin free. She let him go free after murdering someone. You have to keep your eyes on Pamela Beckles. You have to keep your eyes on Pamela Beckles, okay? Watch how she deals with Matthew. Watch how she deals with John Martinell, okay? Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. We must overcome education crisis together. That's what I read. Okay, I will say that I have not gone through the whole thing, but let's take just the heading. We must overcome. Sounds almost like, Martin Luther King Jr. We must overcome education crisis together. Those three first words is to emote some sort of emotion. Okay, you need to overcome that emotional part of who you are, and you have to read the writing on the wall. I remember that people say, or you must remember that people say that if you take the education of your colonial masters, you're not being well educated. Okay, that has been said throughout. If you are taking the agenda, the curriculum that the masters gave to you, you're not going to be well educated, because no one in this whole wide world is going to give you the information to topple them. No one is going to do it. No one is going to give you power. And if you remember your Bible, you like the Bible, you claim to be a Christian nation, you like the Bible. Remember when at one point the gods that were walking the earth, there was a time that is written in your book there, the Bible, that they said that the gods used to actually like touch down in their spacecraft and walk around and look and see what's going on between, among the creation, the creatures is what I want to say, the creatures. And they noticed something. They said the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Somebody had passed. Someone passed knowledge. Some angel or some being passed knowledge to the humans that were on the earth, the creatures that were on the earth. Okay, something happened. There are always these missing links. Something happened that the creatures on the earth received knowledge. Whoever gave it to them, Marduk or whoever, that's still out there. It's just a story, but it's interesting. It's a good story. So whoever did that, did it and touched and just went on their way. They went on their way. So when the other gods came and the humans, the creatures came to them, walking upright and posturing, the God said, the man has become like one of us. What the hell? What in heaven? What happened? Who did this? Who told you to be like that? And they said, just in case these MFers, you know that they had to have had that thought. Just in case these people try anything, let's remove that tree of life. Let's get rid of whatever is here that they can consume or they can look at, any record that they can read. Let's get rid of it, because we will not have any chance against them if they knew how to live forever. We will not have any chance if they were to figure out how they could live forever. So they had to make a decision. Okay, a decision was made. Now, when you see this guy, Carlos Felipe, whatever his last name is, Jaramillo, when you see this guy, when you see him talking about we must overcome, they watch. I would. You would. They watch. And if you become exceedingly intelligent, if they see an indication where you are progressing, they're going to make you go steps back. Whatever you think you're doing, you are being watched, and your steps are being halted, and it is by design, and it's written in your books. If you dare to read, you will see it in your books that the people who think they are in charge, they always stop you when they think that you're getting too big for your boots. So when you see this particular article in your paper, you should know what to do. You should know what to do, and you should know how to do it. You should know what to do and how to do it. No one wants you to be the boss of them. I'm telling you, Barbadians, okay? No one wants you to grow up. They'll pay you a lot of money. They will pay you to be an operator, but you're never going to be a power source that's going to take over what they think they own. Okay, you watch Trump here in the United States, right? They're never going to give away power. They're never going to relinquish power. They're not going to do it. Okay, and every time you see history written, every time worlds were destroyed, it's because mankind, they were getting to a certain pinnacle. They were peaking in a certain way that affected or put off the controllers. They said, nah, we cannot let that happen, because were we to allow that, they would take our power, they would take our place. So education crisis and working on it together, no. What they're going to do, what people do is they watch to see how you are progressing, and they're going to put some stumbling blocks in your way. It could be the D word, DRUGS. You know, they can put more in your neighborhood, in your neighborhoods. They can put other things in your neighborhood. But whatever they need to do to topple or to stop you, that will happen. That will happen. We're never going to overcome together. You're never going to overcome together. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is Sherry Veronica. Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Barbados, via Mia Motley, is moving into the world. She is trying to pull Barbados onto the world stage. You really can't talk about protecting data privacy to any sort of extent if you are on the world stage. If you're talking about transparency, you hear that word a lot, right? There's open source when it comes to the internet. There's integrity legislation. When you talk about integrity, for people to know if you have integrity, they're gonna have to know, they're gonna have to see your records. Okay, we talk about open societies, we talk about people wanting freedom. You cannot have freedom and secrecy. It's the antithesis of freedom. Secrecy is the opposite of freedom, because if a government is holding secrets, you're not free. You're not free. Okay, so when you talk about data privacy, I think she's not being honest. I think Marsha Cattle is not being honest. I think she's just towing the line. There's only so much you can do to get things moving faster in Barbados using Barbadians. If you want to see a change, I've mentioned this before, if you want to see a change, you have to bring in different DNA. You have to bring in foreign DNA. You have to bring other people in to work the system to move faster. Because if you're using Barbadians, they're not going to move any faster. Okay? You cannot talk about a new bill that will protect data privacy and wanting certain freedoms, talking about transparency, talking about integrity, talking about open source, talking about being on the big stage. There's only so much you can hide. There's only so much privacy you can hold on to when you want to be part of freedom and when you want to be on the big stage. There's only so much you're going to be able to hide, and you have to introduce Barbadians to the idea that if they want to become visible, they need to give up the secrets. If they want to be free, you cannot have the secrets. You cannot have a secret. If you're in a partnership with someone and they have secrets, you're in a bad situation. You are in a perilous situation if that person is holding secrets and you are doing whatever you're doing based on what they're saying, but they're living double, triple lives or whatever. You have to come to the realization sooner or later, Marsha, that if you want to be part, Mia Motley seems to be wanting to be part of that big world stage, you're going to have to give up your secrets to get your freedom. You're going to have to give up your secrets to have your freedom. Data privacy is breached from within. Your data is being breached from within, just like in Africa. There was no one that came to Africa that did anything. It happened from within. Everything that is happening to you happens from within. It's the people you know. It's the person you're sleeping next to. It's your kids. It's your neighbor. It happens from within. Okay? So don't get up here in your paper and talk about a new bill that will protect data privacy. I want to see you talking about freedom. I want to see you guys talking about freedom and giving up all the secrets that you have. Your secret society. You will never ever know what freedom is if you keep on hiding behind secrets. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.